Halloween 5 is a plotting-by-the-numbers 80s horror film that continues the storyline of the fourth film, taking place a year after Halloween 4, and in that time we learn that Michael Myers has been in yet another coma and apparently has a psychic connection with his niece Jamie. Over the course of the movie we learn about this bizarre connection and that Jamie apparently didn't kill her foster mother Darlene and had been sent to a clinic for rehabilitation and to be monitored. This whole attempted murder and taking up the mantle of Michael Myers thing is never brought up again in any meaningful way though. I'm just gonna be frank about this one. Halloween 5, despite having some neat concepts, is overall a bad movie that completely takes away any good faith the fourth entry might have given someone. And seeing as this movie mostly has nothing good going for it, I'll start with that negatives. In Halloween 2, 4, and 5, there are people who dress up as Michael Myers as a costume and for pranks, and it's used in such a way that it just kind of feels like it's being used more for comedy and for the sake of it. Halloween 5 suffers from a massive over-reliance on comedy, both intentional and unintentional, gore, and sex, which leads to it just copying and becoming indistinguishable from the series it had inspired, Friday the 13th. I'm aware the Man in Black and the Thorn Rune/Thorn Cult are set up in 4 and 5 and actually play a role in Halloween 6, but as it stands in the films that set them up, 5 in particular, they are a completely pointless addition that only serve to pad the running time and give an excuse for a sequel. An admirable part about Halloween 5 that ultimately falls flat American Samoa, a result of there not being much tension, is that it tries to emulate the original 1978 in that Michael in this stalks his prey in a slow burning kind of way. Michael's mask in this movie is less goofy looking than Part 4's but still doesn't look like William Shatner, especially here in the fifth movie, which may be due in part to it supposedly being based on someone else. Even then the mask looks like it was sloppily put on as opposed to how seamlessly it was worn in the previous films. The soundtrack takes a backseat in this film and its take on the classic Halloween theme sounds half-baked. The decision to try and humanize Michael in this movie by having him show Jamie his face and shed a tear doesn't feel earned and just makes Michael feel less scary. As in my review of Halloween 4, Halloween 5 seems like it was heavily inspired by the Tommy Jarvis trilogy in Friday the 13th but feels like even more of a misstep. Now onto what little good the film has. In Halloween 5, Donald Pleasence gives yet again a great performance, this time coming off as kind of creepy and crazy from his decade-plus long battle with Michael Myers. The actor playing Michael Myers in Halloween 5, Don Shanks, generally plays an intimidating Michael and carries himself well, and generally has the build for it. The final positive about Halloween 5 I can name is the cinematography. It's not as good as Dean Cundey or Peter Collister, but it generally does a good job. Overall I'd say Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers is a 2 out of 10.